Alright guys, what is going on? How's it going? How is it going? Hope all is well tonight. On Friday, everybody's favorite day of the week, usually. So tonight I thought it would be a little different, but cool to play some Marvel Spider-Man 2. I've been dabbling with a couple more mods, nothing too crazy. But the game also just got an update, so I also wanted to spend some time readjusting the mods, because every time the game updates, the game breaks when you mod it. So I went through the slight trouble it is now. There's some patches that the modders made for their own mods to make sure they're update compatible. It takes a little bit of work, but not a lot compared to what it used to be. So yes, we are going to play some of that. I'm probably going to try to get some cool screenshots, but yeah, I mean, we'll probably also play around in the story too, because why not? So yeah, let's go ahead. Let me turn on display capture and let's hop right in. Since this is just a vibing stream, you know, we might play more than just Spider-Man 2. I always want to make sure that's open and ready for, you know, the talks. That we're just vibing, we're just chilling today. So you know, Spider-Man 2 isn't a game that's going to be forced on this stream. You know, anything that I have that isn't broken is up to play. So for now, I do want to roam around in our completed game, and I want to test out some of the crime, because I got a mod that's supposed to change it up a bit, change some of the scenarios of the crimes and all that. So yeah, and we are using Spider Carnage. Very, very cool. Hey, speaking of crime, high speed chase. That sounds pretty casual, but we'll try it anyways. Was that guy just waiting there?
Hit somebody. I better do something. Wait a minute. Drive! Think you ran
Nope.
a few reds, guys? Move my leg.
Not today.
No! You ain't taking us!
Cool.
I'll leave it to the authorities to clean this up.
Okay, and what else do I have for suits? So I haven't really changed my suits too much. I do have the Alex Ross suit, which was supposed to be the original design for the Raimi suit in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies. This was supposed to be the original design, so much so that they actually made the suit playable in the final release of the Spider-Man 1 video game. So you can play as it, but this design, if it doesn't look familiar enough, did become somewhat more official by another design, by somewhat redesigned, by becoming the Superior Spider-Man. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't know a whole lot about the Superior Spider-Man, but if I got it right, I believe Peter Parker dies and Otto Octavius takes his body and uploads his personality and everything into his body. So that's how that was made. But yes, that's where this suit comes from, sort of, with just like mostly the design. But yes, this was supposed to be the original movie design. I think I would have been down. There are production pictures that you can find of the original mask that had the black lenses it was going to use. So That would have been pretty interesting. I'm interested to see what that universe would look like to have an Alex Ross designed Spider-Man in the movie. I also do have Raimi web swinging though. That has a lot of iconic poses throughout the Sam Raimi trilogy. So I do want to get those in a couple of screenshots if I can. Was that a free fall front flip? Dude, that's a cool animation. I don't think that's default. That might be part of one of the mods. To do like a free fall, like a front flip, but also kind of loose. Like that. That's really cool. Alright, what other stuffs do we have? So I do also have a Kane Scarlet Spider, but with the design of the Raimi universe. I still think so far out of all the mods I have, the Sensational Spider-Man right here has got to be one of the best. Has to be. Kavia, what's going on? He's alive. I love the swing animus. They are seamless, and for them being mods, like, they're incredible. How are you, Kavia? How's the day going? Excuse me for clearing my throat. I just have some weird asthma type stuff, I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know, but I try to mute my mic when I can about it. The only thing where the animations do not look seamless is when I activate the Venom mod. There we go. I mean, it's cool. You get to play as him. When I fight enemies, they go down really quickly. Until he comes to web swinging, then he looks very, very silly. I mean, he has that. That's kind of natural, like, when you actually play as him in the game, but... like that.
Guess who's trying to burn down a building?
Oh, that looks funny. You're good, off of work, nice. Eating some ice cream, lucky. I thought about eating some today. I'm like, oh, I got some drumsticks in my freezer. Like, oh, I could totally go for some. Do some Spider-Gwen action. And I am also doing good. Thank you for asking. I am just chilling, just vibing today. When my stream titles are usually just vibing, it usually means whatever game I'm playing is just a starter, and it's very possible that other game suggestions are available for upper requests. That is one thing I didn't like streaming on the PS5 like you do, is I like to have variety, and I know that's not on you. It's just on PlayStation. You can't change games mid-stream. But on PC, you know, you have that good fortune. Unless there's a way to do it now, and I don't know. Venom load up looks weird. Yeah, he's like eating his own asshole or something. Like his face is down there. It's just because like his body is trying to fit with Spider-Man's, but because of how monstrous he is, and being like 3 times bigger, it's trying to force all of that into one body. I don't know if anyway. Okay. It just pauses the stream video. Yeah, you mentioned that you could pause your stream. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm like, that's very nice. Like when I was streaming on my PS5 while I was moving, and I had to set up my PC, and I was temporarily streaming on my PS5, I'm like, I would just pause for a really long time and be like, I'll be right back, guys. Okay, well, this isn't really looking like Spider-Gwen's universe, so I do have mods to set it to look like her universe from the Across the Spider-Verse. So I think it's dusk. Yeah, so it's not dusk. It changes the sky to be all this, the pretty pink. But that is not all, because then I have my reshade, which adds all these crazy funny filters, and I've taken the time to make them my own. So I do have the Ultimate Universe that makes it look very comic book like, but we are going for Gwen's universe. So there we go. Nothing too crazy, but enhances the vibrancy of the pink, adds a little bit of chromatic aberration. Like I always say, it's very ironic how good of a photographer I am into all this crap, when I myself don't like to be in photographs. I have dove out of company photos. They're like, all right, 3, 2, 1, I jump out the way. I don't like my face to be shown. Thing in the movie or versions of the world. It is. It really is. It looks like it's not airbrush, but it almost looks like the background at times are like paint strokes. But I mean, I also do a lot of art, so seeing her universe look so unique in that way, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. And it has like emotional tones as certain scenes play out. So it's like when the dad finds out who she is, like the entire scene turns like to a dark, moody blue. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. Hey, photographs too. Okay. Yes. So yeah, that's why in the rare times when I do use my webcam, I will run to one of my drawers and pick out one of my masks to wear. Whether if it's like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat, I got a couple of Spider-Man masks. Recently I've been using the doll mask from the horror movie The Strangers, just because it's really quick to put on. Yes, the art style of Gwen's universe was so cool. I do actually, hold up. I do also have the Earth 42, no, not that, Miles from the end of the movie. I should probably put the two of them together. Yes. It's crazy to me how these look like they could be official skins. These modders do such a great job. But instead, the official ones we get is this. This? What were they thinking with these? Oh my god. This one I only bought. I bought this one for Miles and Peter only because they said they were donating the money to charity. That was the only reason why I bought these skins. I never planned to use them. I feel way too annoyed with breathing. I wear masks when you go out, really. Yeah, I occasionally do. Like I'll wear the COVID masks. But I have like my black ones because all I ever wear is black usually. Sometimes purple or red. Best thing says, yes! Yes, that's what I'm saying though. Because now it makes wearing masks rather common. Like no one thinks you're going to rob the place if you're wearing like a COVID mask. That's exactly what I'm saying. I gave effort to some and half-assed to others. Yeah, I mean, I can go through the skins. I'll go through maybe like Spider-Man. So, when did they start getting really stupid? Probably right here. This astronaut suit. This one I get because Kraven the Hunter is the bad guy in the game, so they wanted to make a skin sort of like his. I had to mod the Saving Life suit. The pictures are on the right side, but I like the noir skin. Not a tostada. Apocalypse. No. 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 I wear COVID mask if I feel self-conscious. And no one questions. Yeah, right? Exactly. 25th century. But yeah, I mean, I'll wear masks all day, every day, if I have to. This one, modded. The modder did a pretty good job on this. I did not know I was playing Tron. No. This looks like when I use my art programs and I'm trying to use a stencil program that I never tried before that uses the symmetry mode. And then I just start drawing lines and it's doing the same on the other side of the picture. That's what these webbings look like. No. Last Stand, I like this suit. It's pretty cool, but it is also from a comic, so. This one is official from the movie. Pretty good. Then they're all modded from here. Like, every modded one is done so well. Just, oh my god. So, sometimes just modders need to be hired. Bethesda did that. They hired a group of modders who were working on one of their own games. But because people were so hyped up for a mod on that company's game, they shut that shit down. They're like, nope, you're not going to mess with our game like that. But we'll hire some of you guys. You did a good job. I'd be like, yeah, no. Alright, armor truck. Let's do that. It's going to be funny, though, to have, like, Peter Parker's voice lines over Spider-Gwen. It'll seem a little funny.
There's the robbery.
Bam! Alright. I really thought I was going to, like, crash into one.
Try taking a deep breath. I don't need a deep breath. It's a viable getaway vehicle when I call for one. Hey, that's great business.
Oh, shit!
Symbiote's dropping in.
Nope.
If you're looking for $2 bills, I think the back on 101st has some.
Dude, no way this guy with the assault rifle is still going after me, even though there's a juggernaut of a symbiote. I would be running if I saw that thing. I want to swing away as Spider-Man right now. Is that a bomb? Oh, it is. Alright, cool. I'm trying to join in on some of the crimes because one of the mods, well, two of the mods I have, say that they change up some of the crimes to be a little more unique, but also they restore a new ally that's only in the game for a short time. And I did not know this. So I want to go around and try to do crime so I can try to find him. Nice. Yeah, because the way this game works is you can do crimes and there is a small chance that an ally will help you, or they'll just happen to be there at the scene of the crime. A tanker strike, okay. Wee.
Gas truck could blow at any second.
There. I think we've almost...
Let's all
No. Oh, there is nobody here.
I'll destroy the unworthy.
Uh-oh.
Web you?
Uh-oh. Oh boy, there's a lot of them. I got an idea. We will choose Venom. We are Venom. There we go. Everyone's gonna get obliterated. Oh, I did not know he had the backbreaker finisher. That's so cool. He does that in Ultimate Spider-Man, game on the GameCube. Oh, that's so nice.
That gas truck's stable enough to get somewhere safe for unloading. Thank you, long-lasting webs.
Long-lasting webs? I mean, maybe it depends, because Spider-Man's webbing usually only lasts about 2.5 hours. Maybe it depends, because in the 90s animated series, his webbing lasts a little over an hour. The animation for him charging his jump that Spider-Man normally does. Oh my god. This is like his arm looks like it's breaking. He looks like me when I drive. Everyone that's driven with me thinks my arms are shattering when I'm turning the wheel. Because of, I guess I can like move my wrist separately from my body. I don't know how to describe it. Like if I hold my wrist on a flat surface and then I can move my elbow. I can move it very far to the right and very far to the left. And I guess it looks like it's dislocating itself. I don't know. Either people are tripping or I know that I have some pretty freaky stuff with my body. And I'm not ashamed. I'm like, yeah, watch me bend my arms backwards. Oh my god. I like how he goes back to his normal form after.
What a mess these guys made.
It's so funny to see him like web swinging, because like it's like he's it's like he's defying the laws of physics and he's just going backwards. Well, this is a modded Venom. This isn't the one from the actual game itself. However, it is the Todd McFarlane Venom. So what I'm getting at is maybe I could... No. Jesus Christ, we're not going to the main menu. We are going to change it to daytime. Okay. And then we are going to change this to my Ultimate Spider-Man preset that I made. Where it'll look a little more like a comic book. Oh my god. I know it's like daytime. Usually Venom's more of a nighttime dude, but I wanted to be able to get in like the comic book style. A break-in. We are going to eat people just for breaking in. I'm not advocating for like B&Es, but you know, kind of crazy. Damn. Don't break and enter.
Focus on Spider-Man. The others are worthless.
Hey, it's the Fun Brigade.
Wait, did more come in? Oh shit.
Time's up.
Alright, cool. Hell yeah. Yeah, sure. Oh, there we go. Oh my god! That is the funniest thing. Okay. Finally think I got whatever was happening in my body out. Oh, weird. That is a really neat move. Because Venom used to do sort of a similar move in Ultimate Spider-Man, but instead of it coming out of his back, he would just flail his arms. But I mean, it's kind of cool. Oh. Man, I really wish I could get the Venom poses. When you do play as Venom in the game, spoilers, and you activate photo mode, he actually has his own poses for Photoshop mode. Or photo mode. But it's like, these ones he will T-pose, I think. I can try. Oh wait, can he actually pose? I mean, he looks a little silly. I mean, it's not bad. I think he used to T-pose, but it's like... Wait a minute. There is like a... Where is it? This one. I mean, it's kind of the closest you could get to one that kind of fits in. I guess maybe this one? Where he's showing off the ass. He's meditating upside down. You might be able to get away with a pose. Oh, damn, he's flexing it. Alright. No. Maybe. That's funny. How about just standing up? We'll run up here. The wall running looks pretty funny too. Gotta love action figure mode. I've done some pretty decent things like that. The pointy one for Venom would be pretty funny. Oh. No. Maybe. Yeah, you could make that work because you can move them. You can move them up. So you'd have to do it right where his fingy is right on the ground. I mean, that was pretty funny seeing it from Venom. You might be able to pass with that. That's just more hilarious than anything. No. Alright. Is there another crime in the area? Let's take care of that. Because at least when I am playing as Venom, it gives us the Venom damage, so he does a lot of damage.
Beat up over there. Not on my watch. I'm gonna fight Spider-Man with my last.
Oh shit!
Hope you don't mind me interrupting here.
Man, what are you gonna do?
Excusez-moi.
Nope.
Well, this is just sticky.
Okay. Alright, how about we switch it up? Maybe to Ultimate Spider-Man. Just because, I mean, that's the universe that I made this. Or, like, this is the suit's universe that I made the visuals for here. Oh. Whee! Oh, man. And I love the buses. I did install a mod that it adds new forms of vehicles, such as like trucks and buses. So there are a lot of buses now, which I feel like there aren't that many buses in New York. As many as I've seen, at least. And one thing I've seen, not only are there not drivers, the drivers are right there. The drivers are inside. That's how you know the person made like a modded vehicles. They use people, they use NPCs as the vehicles. Same with school buses. You know, you can totally see the school buses with, like, you can see the people underneath. Yeah, right there. You can see the you can see him wearing the Timbs. But yeah, I mean, the school buses are kind of cool. Like, it just adds a little bit more. But if I really wanted to make things seem like Ultimate Spider-Man, like the game, what was it, back in, I think, 2005, I think it came out? I need to go across over into Queens. Yo, yo, what is happening, Scav? How is Scav's day today? I am just playing some Spooderman. I don't know if I'm going to do the story. I was thinking about it, but I know what mission I have up next, and it's just like, the missions are so long. The missions are just so long. And like, I'm just trying to chill. So, I mean, I'm just swinging around, you know, chatting up. I am testing some of the mods that I have, and I have yet to see if they work. And one of them involves a few things to the crimes in the game. What's up? Oh, nope. Oh god, oh god. Nope. Not today. Alright. Alright, so this clearly didn't work. You're in a bad location for signal, so you're in podcast mode. Alright, no worries, Gav. Alright, we're gonna switch to Venom just because this isn't the type of crime I was looking for. Excuse me? What do you mean? I love the... Oh, alright. Big symbiote with big symbiote. Alright, let's do this. Oh god, I'm about to die. I'm about to die. How do I... How do I heal? It's been a while. For your Omen podcast? Yeah, I mean, I'm not doing anything crazy. Like, I might play some other games. I obliterated this big dude. But then again, I have the Venom damage, so that's what's nice. There we go. Wait. Oh, there's still another. There's an APC. No. So, one of the mods that I have is supposed to be where Harry, as Agent Venom, will come in and help you. Similar to how you can come across Miles and Wraith to help you during a crime. Now there is a chance that Harry, as Agent Venom, will step in. I actually might have a... I think I have a mod over Agent Venom, and it replaces him with the classic Symbiote Spider-Man. I just thought doing that would give me an opportunity to get some pretty cool screenshots. And it would make me think of the 90s Spider-Man episode, one of my favorite episodes, when the symbiote comes into play. And Peter is dreaming of this kaiju fight with the spirit of the red and blue suit fighting the symbiote suit. It's like such a cool symbolic and metaphorical scene in the show. And eventually the symbiote beats the red suit, and then it eats him, and he wakes up wearing the black suit. I'm all about symbolism. where is another crime at when you need one? They say it's the city that never sleeps. Harry Venom. Exactly. You know, that's how it be. I know it's been a while. Another crime. Oh, come on. I don't want to do a high-speed chase. I know they're not going to be around to help me with that. We'll just pass on that, you know. That person's going to lose their car. Let's hope they have that fraudulent insurance that's all around in the world. Well, I guess the States. I don't know about like international insurances, if those are even a thing. All right, what's this? Hunter chase? Isn't that still the same thing? I think so. Ooh, I can't wait for there to now be a mod. I just thought about it because I heard Venom just a little bit. That I can't wait for there to be a mod where some people change some of the idle dialogue of Venoms and replace it with Venoms from Ultimate Spider-Man. Where like if you wait a while and his health will start to go down, he'll say, "Feed me. Feed." You know, he'll tell the player to like eat a person so you can get health back. Hi there, fellas.
I was being attacked. Better hurry. Come on. You had to know I'd be here sooner or later.
Nope. Nope.
You're not gonna win if you're stuck.
Excuse me?
Fighting us. Big boy coming in.
Oh, come on. Another one? Ow. Oh, boy. Ow. Ow. Damn. These big guys suck. Got him.
That's all of them. I'm so tired.
Me too. I'm tired of everyone's bull crap. Oh, I actually remember this area. This is a building that's on the Miles game. You have to like sneak your way inside. I think that's where the Tinkerer's base was. One of them. Even though I did not like the Tinkerer, I just don't like when they try to modernize characters. Like the Tinkerer was like MODOK, was like who else is there? MODOK is always the best one to give an example of. That he was just the Kingpin. He was just made to be made fun of and just kind of have a general purpose. To be like, you know, the Kingpin, he's a Kingpin, but then sort of a punching bag of a character. That was the Tinkerer too. That looks funny. You know, some old guy who just kind of helps the bad guys. But nope, let's take this character that was meant to be made fun of and never really had too much of a hand in some things, and let's age reverse them, make them young instead of an old person, and let's gender swap them. Let's make them an entirely new character, but not at the same time. Let's modernize their technology. Let's make it hip and vibrant. All the stuff all the cool kids are gonna get down to. And just, no. Alright, let's switch up the suits. I do have 2 Spider-Gwens. I should swap one out so that way I have a different type of suit. Like, I'll probably just keep this one. This one looks more polished, but the other one looks like more realistic in a way. And then maybe I'll also swap out the symbiote Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. I gotta go with the sensational suit, man. It's just such a good mod. This looks like it should be in the game. I feel like this is a suit that I'll never uninstall or I'll never disable. It's just so good. And this is coming from someone who's never really been too into the sensational suit. Like, I've always known it existed. But for me, the sensational suit design always tells me it's Spider-Girl. Because Spider-Girl uses the exact same design as the sensational suit. So you could think of this suit, but with like a chick wearing it. And that's Spider-Girl. I mean, of course, I do also think of Ben Reilly. However, when I mostly think of Ben Reilly, I don't think of the sensational suit. I think of the Scarlet Spider. Because then this was the suit he had later on. But this one's just such a cool suit. Oh, got the air channels. Air channel, air channel. Ooh. Oh yeah, I forgot I installed another mod that changes the sound of the the thwipping. Guess I can't notice a difference, but okay. Oh, that's right. There is a different mod that brings in the 2004 Sam Raimi Spider-Man. Maybe I'll get that to get some cool screenshots. I will do that, and then I'll make my own custom reshade that makes the whole screen look like sort of like like a glowing sunset orange. Because that's how all of the promotional material looked for Spider-Man 1 and 2. Ooh. Literally, just swinging around is... Like, swinging around in this game is pure therapy, I swear. Like, I could probably be doing this I've been doing this for almost 40 minutes, almost an hour. It's just so simple. Like, I could just chill and chat with any comments that you guys throw out. Meanwhile, like I said, I don't get tired doing this. Thwip, thwap. What the hell? Oh, high-speed chase. Come on, I saw the car spawn in. Get out of here.
Think you got us, huh?
Yes, I do. Plop. And that's it. And see ya. Besides, in my New Game Plus, I already did the, what was it, my 2 favorite side quests in the New Game Plus with Howard and the birds. And we had to release all the birds, and then the homeless guy fucking dies. Just natural causes. And then the one where we gotta find the girl's grandfather. That one's probably my favorite my favorite side quest. It's like fishing in Red Dead 2. For you, it's therapy. Yeah, I mean, I could kind of see that, but for me, it's like I have to learn it more. So at the moment, fishing is more like a struggle for me in the game. But it's like, I get it. But I mean, then again, I wasn't even sure if I was going to stream today, or stream again, since I was doing one with the lady earlier. Then she got too tired. It's all that schooling. When you got to wake up so early to go, like, I get it. Being dead ass tired all the time. But I am glad that I was able to just do this and swing around. Is this, what are these? There's like water jugs or something? I can't tell. Scab tips change the reeling to a button tap in the settings. Really? I guess I could see that, yeah, because the reeling is like the right stick normally, right? But doing it with the analog stick, it does feel, I feel like reeling it is probably the soothing part for me. And just hearing the clicking, like as you're reeling it in. But I mean, you know, I live literally right across a lake. Like I could go outside and walk maybe 30 steps and there will be a lake. So what I'm getting at is that instead of fishing in Red Dead Redemption, maybe I'll just buy a fishing simulator on my PC, stay at home and play that. And the lake has absolutely no relation at all. Oh god, I missed it. Super slingshot. I'm glad they brought this back. Last time I had ever seen it was in Spider-Man 3 on the PS3. And 360 if it was on that. If you live near an ocean and you still fish in game, true enough. Yeah, come on, Scout. What are you doing? You live next to the ocean. Who knows what you could catch? At least in like Red Dead, you're like, okay, I might catch a bass. But you live near the ocean. You could literally go out there and fish right by, like right on the beach, and you don't know what you'll catch, man. You might be like, oh, I might catch a fucking shark today. I might reel in the damn megalodon today. And like, you know, I've seen that movie with Jason Statham. You know, I saw the Meg 1 and 2. And all you got to do is just like run and then eventually do a 180 and then swim in the direction of the megalodon, because that's the last thing it's expecting. And if you're Jason Statham and you have that plot armor, you know, you're not going to die. I love that forward flip. Oh, come on. I got on the train. Oh, never mind. Sons of bitches. We will hop on the next train. There's the next train. I know the waters. No shark from the shore stuff. Stuff like that only happens in Florida. And you're not Florida. Yeah, nothing is like Florida. I could go to Florida and I could tell you an experience that I could never compare to anywhere else. I could go to Vietnam during the Vietnam War, and I still oh god, oh shit, damn, and I could still say, dude, Florida, like, Nam does not match to Florida. Well, it's like where I am in Bama. You know, a couple months back, the fam and I rented a boat just to go out on the waters at a lake. We're chilling. We're you know, we're going around, and we brought the dog, and we find a chill spot to set the boat, like near the edge, you know, where, you know, it'd be safe to kind of just chill. And we hop out, we're in the water. We try to get our dog in the water. She eventually goes in, but she just hates the water. So she's kind of like freaking out. And people are passing by, just looking at, like, they're staring at us. Like we're animals for getting in the water. So that was probably like around November we did that. Christmas comes around and word gets out that, like, from not only to our family, but also some of the neighbors and locals, that there was some people jumping in the fucking water at the lake. And just swimming in it like nothing's going on. I kind of forgot that there are also alligators and crocodiles in places other than Florida. So when the locals were passing by us, giving us weird looks, it wasn't looks like we don't belong there. It was more like, these people don't belong here. Or they don't care about their health at all, in the very high chances that we could have been mauled by alligators. I'm like, oh, that's right. They do exist outside of Florida. So yeah, I mean, that definitely means I'm not going in the water again anytime soon. But yeah, I didn't think about that until, like, it would have been way too late. What the hell? I had 7 people pop in the stream. What the hell happened there? I swear, sometimes the viewer numbers are, like, broken. I'll see them go way up and then, like, way down. But as long as you guys are chilling, then I'm chilling. If you guys are talking, I'm talking. What am I saying? I'm talking all the time. But it's my way to try to keep the chat possibly going, keep the stream alive. So if I'm talking to nobody, then it's whatever. I'm talking to nobody. I do that anyways, by myself. Like if I cast my line, which I don't have, fishing ain't cheap. Oh, I know it isn't cheap. But I could cast from the shore and get, oh, small rabbit fish. I just saw small rabbit. I'm like, sir, if I'm lucky, then I'd have to walk out past the reef looking at dark water that have killed people, then cast my line with rabbit fish. Then I may get lucky and get a real fish like a tuna or mahi. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I have gone fishing, I think 4 to maybe 5 times in my life. I'm not the biggest fisher, but I also don't have like fishing friends. Like, I'd be down to like go fishing with some people that like don't judge that I can't uh uh like put my bait on the hook properly, or do uh like a quadruple dick knot to make sure that the sinker sticks to the line or something like that, and like helps me with it rather than like laughing at me. Then I'd probably be cool with like fishing with someone who could like help supply me and all that crap. Like, I think I'd be down. Seems pretty chill. But unfortunately, life ain't like that. That's why, like, if I'm not good at something right away, I just give up. I'm like, fuck this. Monsters Trivia will be my fishing buddy. Alright, come on over, Scavs. Oh, man, I really thought I was going to thread the needle. Damn, that would have been so cool to go right between that bridge. Twip, twip. I'm trying to catch him during these new poses I got for when he's swinging. But it's kind of hard to catch him in these new poses. Oh. No, I kind of want to get some of those when I download the Raimi 2004 suit. Because that one's way better than the Insomniac version. Then when we catch a fish, I'll clean it. It'll go live. If we do a cooking stream, okay. I'll do a cooking stream with you, Scav. Because you're always begging me to do a cooking stream. I'll say, alright, what's up, guys? Like, that'll be the cooking stream that I give. Solo is like, welcome back, guys. I'm going to show you how to make a grilled cheese. Dude, grilled cheese be so good. Now, the funny thing is I always like to... I'd like to either disappoint people or open their eyes that grilled cheese is literally a quesadilla just with bread. Think about that. Unless, you know, you're putting other stuff in the quesadilla like I do, you know. I'll grill up some chicken, slice it, I'll put that in the quesadilla. Sometimes some other stuff. Grilled cheese and turkey bacon. I've never tried turkey bacon. Alright. I don't know if it's like something wrong with me. I just do not like tomato soup with a grilled cheese. I don't like tomato soup in general, but I know that's supposed to be the go-to. But yeah, I will obliterate some grilled cheese. If somebody makes me grilled cheese, you would not be able to keep up with how fast I will down those things. Yes, yes, Kavia's here. Busy with life, because aren't we all? I mean, I'm busy swinging. I only ever have turkey bacon. Oh, don't eat pork. Pork is kind of a 50-50 one for me. Like, sometimes people will put that on pizza, and I just don't get it. Like, I'm down with, like, a pepperoni and, like, sausage, but the pork, like, the pork bits, I just don't get it. Even bacon, some people know. Just bacon in general, I don't like bacon. I'll eat it. Like, if somebody makes me breakfast and bacon's there, I'll eat it. But if I'm making it, I'm not gonna buy bacon. I just, you know, it's not for me. Bacon is fire though. Like, I don't. It's not like I can't disagree, but it's also like, bacon just isn't my favorite thing. I'll tell you guys the ones that I catch a lot of heat for. I don't like bacon too much. And then I don't like bacon. I don't like sour cream. I don't like mushrooms. The food kind of mushrooms. And steak. I'm not a steak person. But I also have like bad history with steak in my past though, so that's also why I don't dig steak. Just chilling, drinking some soda. Me too. I'm drinking some Mountain Dew Baja Blast. You know, still trying to get that sponsorship from Taco Bell. You don't like mushrooms either? Okay. Never eaten steak. Alright, well that's good. I guess. I always feel like steak, like something as popular as steak is at least worth a try. I understand it. Maybe it's like for a religious thing. But for me, I just have had like a bad experience with steak throughout my childhood. So I'm like, nope. It just didn't seem like it would ever taste good. It's not that it doesn't really taste good. It is pretty good when it comes to taste. But for me, it's almost like a texture thing. People could be like, man, I just bought this $60 steak. You're going to love it. And I can't tell the difference between that and a $10 steak. They're like, it's leaner. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, is it leaning to the side? What do you mean? Well, you don't like regular mushrooms? Nah, man, I don't dig them. I do not dig mushrooms. Like, you put them on a pizza, I'm taking them hoes off. You put them in pasta, guess what? I'm taking them hoes off. You need to make a TikTok per day stating why you'd be a good Taco Bell rep. I will say that because I worked at Taco Bell like almost 11 years ago. And, you know, I feel like I put in enough hours to at least earn a sponsorship. I still have the hat. Hold up. Hold on. If I still have the hat, I will show it off on stream right now. Hold up. Hold on. Yes, I found it. Alright, hold on. I gotta throw on this mask to hide my disfigured, horrendous face. But is the fat not what makes it tasty? It probably is. Alright, I don't know how I'm gonna look. Alright, yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna look, so we'll see how this goes. Oh yeah, hold up. What's up? Look at this. Look at this. This was when they were serving breakfast. Now serving breakfast. Yes, indeed. But it's some cuts. Some cuts, usually the cheaper ones, have less fat. Well, see, that's the thing, though, is the fat is what I don't like. Because it's the part that you got to keep chewing. And I'm like, dude, when can I, like get this down my damn throat? Ooh, why does the mastermind do Squid Games? Maybe Squid Games was inspired by it. Yes, this hat is old school. I think I got rid of the shirts, but that's because I had started going to the gym and I like stretched them hoes out. It's your best friend. What's up, Scav? Wait, what am I doing? What's up, Scav? Like, I just naturally do that. But yes, W the hat. W the hat. Oh, goodness. Meanwhile, I can pop my damn shoulder. But yes, what's going on, guys? What is the haps? Got my damn tats. I'm actually going to go get, probably tomorrow, I'm going to go get either 1 or 2 tattoos. So I'm going to a tattoo convention tomorrow. So, yeah. New challenge unlocked. Oh, gosh. Never popped your shoulder. I do both of them, but because my body is so weird, I do my right shoulder, I pop it out forward, and then my left one, I actually pop my elbow. So like my right one, I'll do that. And then my left elbow, I'll just swing back and hope it doesn't break. You can't really hear it. But yeah. On my like wrists. I'm gonna get a scav tattoo soon. Yeah, scav. I'm gonna get like your name right down my neck. You know, it's possible you cracked your nose before. Yeah, I mean, the nose is pretty crazy. He's part of this friendship tattoos. Yes, I'll get scav right here and KV right here. Like all of my like loyal followers, I'll just get like a list, like Santa's good list, right, running down my neck. Oh. But I mean, I got this one right here, so that would get in the way. Or I have my 3 days grace tattoo on the back of my neck, so I got a couple that I can't just squeeze in right there without it looking like a school desk. But yeah, I'm gonna see about what I wanted to get. I'll get jigs on my middle finger. Yeah, I mean, because like the ones that I like, the middle fingers that I do, they're not normal ones. You know, you'll see people do this, so people do that. Me, I like to flex my finger. You see the bones in my hand coming out when I flip someone off. You know, my hands get rigid when I flip somebody off. Like, I put muscle into that. The person needs to know. I'm saying, fuck you. And my muscles need to show that too. Like, it's essentially like the mentality of punching a hole in a wall, and then you know, but instead it's like you know, butterfly one sick though, looks really realistic. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I mean, this one is from Life is Strange. Mostly, you know, you could have essentially connected with the butterfly effect, but yeah, you know, this one hurt like hell. But yeah, I mean, it took like 3 or 4 hours, I think. And yeah, so far that one's my most expensive tattoo. The other one I have is from my favorite movie of all time, Donnie Darko. And, you know, 28 days, 6 hours, 42 minutes, 12 seconds. That is when the world will end. Did I play Lost Records? The next one should come out on the 15th. Wait, are you talking about Life is Strange? I haven't played... What is it? Something Exposure, or... Basically part 2 with Max Caulfield. Darko was good. Way too scared to watch. You do not need to be scared to watch it. It's not a scary movie. Thanks for putting me on Donnie Darko. It is a great movie. It's very, very slow though. If you're a person who can lose attention quickly, you will fall asleep watching Donnie Darko, because it doesn't start to get too interesting until maybe like almost an hour into the film. Little things happen here and there, but yes, It is a very cool sci-fi, but also not sci-fi. It's a very like theoretical movie on time travel. And what I love about it is fate. Literally, it's just like Life is Strange. Fate will find its way to you. And that's what the whole movie is about. Lost Records is another game done by the same people. Oh no, I didn't even know about that. People are taking that as the new Life is Strange because they didn't like double exposure. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, just because like the time travel that the first game had was just so unique. It was really, really unique. Sci-fi coming of age with a grunge filter. Yeah, exactly. And you know, a lot of the movie is of like Jake Gyllenhaal like questioning his life. Why is he there? But also because of sort of another dimension, like another time that he kind of had a vision of, where something happens to him and he starts to question his life. Like, it's like, without the spoilers and all that stuff, you know, it's a very tricky movie. I watched it 3 times. I think I watched it 3 times, and then the third time I took notes, and I'm like, okay, so I'm like drawing out a straight line, I'm pointing out dots, I'm like, okay, right here is where this dimension happens, okay, at this point this is where this dimension happens, then they all merge together to make another like time thing, you know. It's tricky, especially your first time around. No, gave you a can like horror movies. No, there's no way. I wouldn't believe that for a million years. And that's why Laughs had you crying. Yes, yes. I mean, The Last of Us isn't too much of a scary game for me. The last I ever watched is Mama. See, Mama's not that much of a scary movie. It's kind of like a thriller. Like a suspense and thriller. Then I still have The Fear of Moths. Really, I don't remember anything about moths being in that movie. But one thing that kind of helped me get through Mama, I guess, is... Oh, no. Never mind. No, you're talking about Guillermo del Toro's Mama. I was actually watching that like 2 months ago. I just happened to like see it on Hulu or something. I was like, you know, I haven't seen this for a while. How about I watch it? Yeah, and yes, you're right. That is a horror movie. I thought... What's the one with the... Oh, damn. Is that Mama as well? Is there 2 Mama movies? Supernatural. Yes, you're right, though. I could see why that would be pretty scary for you. What movie am I thinking of? Ma. That's what I'm thinking of. Is Ma, where the girl is like luring these kids into her house so she can party with them. And eventually it was to like get back at the parents who treated her badly when they were all young. It's the ghost lady turned to the moss. See, yeah, and I watched it, yeah, like I said, like maybe 2 months ago. I just happened to put it on. And it was pretty, like, I got it all until the ghost started showing herself more. I'm not much of like a CGI person where I'm like, this scene is bad. But the ghost, I was like, okay, like, the ghost is kind of throwing me off. It doesn't look that great. But I did push back my fear, and I played through Dead Space. Dead Space is such a good game. Even though I don't play it too much. Mine reminds me of Get Out is such a good movie. Out of like Peele's movies, Jordan Peele's movies, I still think Us is probably one of my favorites. Same-ish vibe or whatever genre. Yeah, and I know he also did that movie Nope, and I wasn't a big fan of that. I liked the idea. But at the end of it, it just kind of didn't really play out as well as I thought it did. Or as well as it was going to. When you're a wimp, all the scary stuff is realistic. I don't know about that. Us is too scary for you to watch. I can kind of see that. I'm not saying you're wrong on that. But in my eyes, it's like, it was just more interesting. Nope felt too long and drawn out. It did. It felt way too long. And then even then, there wasn't much of like a satisfying conclusion or like something that made it seem like maybe it's over. I was just like, okay. Like, at least with Us, it's like, it kept going. The villains won. Like, which, I mean, given they went through with the like Live America charity thing that was like back in the 80s, because that was all they ever saw on TV. And so they thought that's just what the purpose of life was. And so when they won, that was all they did. Like Aliens, like a show like a tiny, yeah. I was hoping Nope would feel like The Arrival. I have not seen that movie. And yeah, but it's like, I like the idea. Like, what if the ship was the alien? I like that idea, but they showed it too much. Had they probably not shown it a whole lot, as much as they did, and maybe just kept it in the clouds a lot more, or like in the sky, not really showing too much, I feel like it probably could have been a little bit better. But yes, you're right. It was totally drawn out. And yeah, because he did Get Out, which is really good. Us, I really liked. Nope, it was like a 50-50 type of thing. And he's just really poor. Why are you about dissing you? Because I mean, you know, the bot knows. The bot knows all. In the event, though, I am kind of curious. What do I have for? Like, what happens if I do get tipped? Because I honestly can't remember what happens. All right, so it might get loud.
They say money can't buy happiness. Look at the fucking smile on my face.
Yeah.
This is a test donation for $71.
Damn, imagine. I'm stripping if I get that money. No. Oh shit. No, I can't do that. I do have my Burger King water cup. That's the hard part, that if I did like a really long stream with the mask on, which I have done, I think the longest one I did was 7 hours. You're back, you had to walk the doggo. Oh, the doggo, Siev. The doggo having to make sure he does his stuff. Also was a wild movie. It had a really interesting concept of like us having these doppelgangers that do subtle movements of what we do, but they're mindless and we aren't. So I'm like, that's interesting. I don't know why. Like, I don't know why there was any... I don't know what the inspiration for that idea was. Like, never in any universe would I have ever come up with the idea, oh, hey, what if we have doppelgangers that live right under us? That live in the damn Underminers world from The Incredibles. Twist of the kid being mixed with the real. Yes, that was the best twist. People are hating on it. Yeah, I know a lot of people who don't like it. It is a really cool concept. Never watched the movie. Oh, gotta watch it, Kavia. Gotta watch it. I do in time when I start getting a lot more consistent viewers. I'll have to see about getting like a group Discord, like a community Discord, and I could just like stream movies on there from time to time, like movie night, Friday alls, and have like people tune in and watch a free movie. All of Jordan Peele stuff was highly rated. I think everything except Us, it was a little lower than the others, and then Nope was even lower. Everybody loved Get Out. I loved Get Out. I thought it was really cool. It had a very cool concept. You know, he does have a really cool mind when it comes to this stuff. Gotta have a Discord movie night indeed. Totally, I'm down. Like, I mean, we could even just do one on the one that you, Splitbo, and I have. And I could just stream a movie or something. Maybe Get Out set the bar too high. You might have a point there, honestly. You might have a point there because he probably is trying to, like, think what could top Get Out, you know? That's like the movie Walk Hard when John C. Reilly's character, Dewey Cox, is waiting to go. He's going to go before Elvis. And then they're like, actually, Elvis wants to get out of here sooner, so he's going to go, and then you go. He's like, dude, how do I follow up after Elvis? And it's like that, but for him and his movies. You know, one of his first solo movies was one of the best, and now everything's kind of just slowly declining. Never watched Space, but of course, love him in Key and Peele. Did you mean to type Space, or do you mean something else? I'm trying to like think about what it could have been. Kanye even referenced Get Out as one of his favorite films ever. Yeah, but does Kanye know about movies? It's like that it's like that quote from from Kanye where he's like, I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about something? Oh, what the fuck does she know about cameras? I'm just like, what does Kanye know about movies, you know? I'm not saying like you can't say it's a good movie, but you know, if it comes from like Quentin Tarantino or like a director. The name of the film, Space or Film Space? There is a movie that I have been wanting to watch. I can't think of what it's called. Where I think it has Jake Gyllenhaal in it, and it's like a sci-fi movie, and there's all these characters, like all these monsters, but they look sort of like Venom. They sort of look like Venom. They're kind of like these black, gooey monsters. I kind of want to watch that, but I can't think of what it's called. I know I could just like look it up, but that's work, you know. That's work, and look at me. I'm working hard right now. With like my little statues back there doing their thing. My machetes, my axes behind me. You know, I got like, you know. I gotta make sure they're safe. Duh. It's like it almost makes me think of the game Prey. Kind of like that. Kind of. I guess I could look it up. Because that might bother me. Let's see. Sci-fi movie with Jake Gyllenhaal It'll probably bring up Donnie Darko. Life. That's what it's called. Life. Came out in 2017. I'll have to check that out. Surprising I really look up, Google anything anymore. Just ask ChatGPT. So do I. But sometimes I have noticed that sometimes it doesn't give you like a perfect answer. Because I did it on stream, I think 2 days ago. I was playing Resident Evil, and I looked it up, where to find Brad Vickers, and then it says, you can find Brad Vickers at the Raccoon City Police Station. I'm a Resident Evil guy, and I'm like, it's not the police station, it is the Raccoon City Police Department. There's just kind of like those little subtle things. When you give it the vaguest childhood memories, and it gets the show. I just did that today. With the I asked it, what is the name of this Venom comic? Just a loving life. He's trying his best. Not entirely. I'm just saying, like, there's little things where I'm like, hold on. But I know it uses a lot of sources. It's like, I used Wikipedia, Reddit, Google. Like, I used all these sources. This is what I found. And though it did give me the right answer, I'm just like, I can sense that. But yes, I asked it. I was like, what is this comic that I cannot find? Unfortunately, the Venom comic that I was thinking of, it couldn't give me a direct answer. It gave me some suggestions, but it wasn't the kind that I was thinking of. But I asked it today. I was like, what is this Venom comic that shows Venom up close with a bright green background? It came out around the early 2000s, and it was like the movie Aliens, but with Venom. The last one? Kanye is a cinephile. He loves movies heavily. Really? I don't know Kanye though, so I guess I'll have to take your word for that, Scav. It's like, I'm trying, but that's kind of hard to see in these black holes right here. The biggest memory finder is the best because there have been TV shows or music videos that I've given up on finding. Boom, the answer. Yes. I completely get that. I'm kind of watching movies inside. That's right, because I remember I do remember an interview with him and Kim Kardashian where they're being interviewed, and he's like, "This is how The Incredibles starts." She's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, this is like The Incredibles. They're doing the interviews." She's like, "What?" He's like, "Yes, we are living the lives of The Incredibles." I'm like, "Oh my god, this guy." Like, you really just went from interview to being superheroes. Like, how do you jump that gap? Like, how do you go from point A to point Z so quickly? Like, it's an interview, man. Or he's like, could you believe it that we don't have it? She don't have a jacuzzi. I do like that, because that's me just dissing people just for nothing. Fully just mutes the audio, it seems. I wonder how he knew about The Incredibles. True enough. Watches movies with no sound. So that's what you mean. So you're saying in silence. I thought you meant like no one's around him. He's not talking. He's, focused on the movie. That's what I thought. I didn't think you mean like, he puts it on volume 0. What is he doing? Watching movies with no sound in the studio when he's making music. Oh, when he's making music, I guess I kind of get that. Maybe you can look over and be like, right now he's at the part where he's saying, "Where is my super suit?" That multitasking is immaculate. I mean, that's what I do for my art when I'm doing something on my computer or on paper. I did find some of my old drawings too. I could show some. Oh, I found my damn Marvel my collector cards. I could show those on stream now that I got my webcam up. But yeah, when I'm doing my artwork, I will have, like, I'm, using the paper, I'm painting on the canvas, and I have, like, music on my earbuds, on my, oh, you can't see it, but I got, like, earbuds right here, and, or, if those ones die, I got earbuds here. If those die, I have another set right next to my bed, and if those die, I have my $300 headphones. So I'm like, like, I'll listen to music while I have, like, a movie playing on my computer, while I'm also, like, drawing or whatever. Using the movie as inspiration. Oh, wait. I gotta try to make sure I'm keeping up with the the chat, like, reading up first. I know I saw a report where he watched Batman Muted. Oh, those poor staff. The poor workers are having to do the voices themselves. They're like, oh, I'm Batman. I'm Batman. Oh, I'm Batman. I'm Batman. I used the movie inspiration. So the rough album he's making is like he's making a custom soundtrack. I guess I could kind of see that. Let's see, I'm starting a movie recommendation list. Imagine if he did like a top 10 movies, how popular those movies would suddenly become. I've been dying for that list. He only talks movies with other celebrities. It'd be like Hot Ones, but with Kanye, talking about how crazy he is and the movies he likes. The question is, creativity is insane. His methods now are insane. Like with the whole like White Lives Matter, that was so funny. Meanwhile, hold on. There's the Black Lives Matter. There's the White Lives Matter. Hold on, I do have my own. Hold up. They got that. Meanwhile, I have no lives matter. The Joe Rogan podcast episode was the best we'll get. Which one was that? Did he have Kanye? I'm trying to think, because I feel like I would have seen some clips of it. And speaking of clips, just to go to show, I wanted to make sure that I brought it along with me, because I have been using this mask whenever I'm using the webcam. But it's because it's quick and spontaneous. It's quick to put on. But I still have my personal mask that I made. I do have the Jinx mask. I still have it. But it sucks to put on. It's hard to breathe in. It punctures my nose like hell. But I do have it. So, the Jinx is still alive. He's alive. The only thing I don't have anymore at the moment is the talking Deadpool head. He's in storage right now. Imagine pulling up to a rally and you have to explain you're on no sides, just no lives matter. Yeah, you have like one side, and then I'm in the middle. One with Kanye. I feel like I would have seen some clips of Kanye on Joe Rogan's podcast, but then again, I don't like watch Joe Rogan or anything about him, and I don't listen to Kanye, so it's like that's far out of my algorithm. Sometimes I will get some Rogan podcast clips, but that's about it. Gotta make a comfortable mask for myself. I mean, I could show off the ones that I do have currently. Some of the others are in storage. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could show off some of the ones that I do have. Just because I have them specifically in a damn drawer. But I have the burlap sack from the movie The Strangers. I actually did custom make some of this. I had to cut the holes out. And then I did the mouth a little stronger. I did the blood stains. This thing is the most uncomfortable thing to wear. Out of all the masks I've ever worn, this is the most uncomfortable. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool. I have the Nun. I have Valak, the Nun. It is pretty realistic, mostly because of the eyes. Yes, the eyeballs. It's hard to breathe in. It gets very, very hot. It gets really hot in this thing. And I went to a Halloween convention right after COVID. And I got a black and white maid outfit. And I put this on with it, almost like a sexy nun. Evidently, I was scaring more people than anything else. Because you had to cover your mask. You had to wear like the masks. But because this is a mask and it looks like a face looking like this, I was scaring the shit out of people. I live to scare people. Not all the time. You know, I do have my Scorpion mask from Mortal Kombat. This thing is like solid. It is it can be very uncomfortable. And then I do have my custom noodle mask from Gorillas. You know, but I made this myself. This was 3D printed. So I mean, it's like, I can't see anything, but it's more for decoration. Yeah, you know, I did make some stuff in my 3D printing career until I sold my machine. Just because, you know, I was moving, I did not want to travel 7 states or whatever across, like, I didn't want to travel halfway across the country just to possibly destroy my machine, so I just sold it. But yeah, those are the ones that I do have. I do have to get a better mask though. Oh. It's like, since now I thought it was just like, I see it now. See, now it's a lifestyle, sort of. I mean, my grandmother loved horror. My mother loves horror. I love horror. I mean, yeah, you know. And my grandmother would go to bed with scary ass movies on all the time. I just became accustomed to it. I'm not saying that if I'm with some friends and we're just chilling, playing cards, playing poker at a table, and I'm not gonna be like, hold on guys, hold on, we gotta stop this, let me put on Insidious in the background. I'm not gonna be like that though. I'll put on Family Guy or King of the Hill or something like that. Like, I do have courtesy when I'm with others. It's a good trait though, because my scare tolerance is built up, sort of. I mean, some video games can still get me. Love horror games. Or love horror movies, just not games. Yeah, they can be a little iffy. And he said the sort of, with the skull on the bed. Yeah, but this is mine. Like, this is my character with, like, this is Jinx right here. This is Jinx. Like, any of the art that involves my character, this is the guy. This is me. Typically associated with a red hoodie and black jeans Like, that's just my character, you know? But because this is quick, and it's just really quick and simple. What's funny is the Jinx in League of Legends rocks blue and red really hold on. I guess I could probably look that up. Because now I think at this point we're literally just doing like a just chatting stream. So I guess I could probably look up. Let me turn off display capture. League of Legends. Oh, I've seen this chick before. I didn't know it's from League of Legends. She's kind of like rocking, kind of like blue and sort of like pinkish. I mean, she looks pretty cool, I guess, but yeah, I don't know if it'd get me into the whole game. It'd probably just make people think that I named my character after her even more. I was playing The Last of Us. Had to pause and walk away. Like I said, hold on, I'll put it in the chat for you guys. I've had one game that got to me so much that I had to stop. I had to stop, walk away, come back, and I did that 3 times. Let me see if I can find it, because I have the clip saved. I could throw it in the chat for you guys. It is... I have a few clips saved. There it is. Copy. Yeah, so here you go, guys. If you want to see me scream the loudest I've ever screamed before, this is it. Watch your damn volumes if you guys play that. If you guys play that clip. You don't have to, but that is one of the scariest games I've ever played in my life. I played BioShock once and noped out. You're gonna watch it? Okay. Yes, it's something else. I can kind of see BioShock though, because it's almost like Condemned Criminal Origins. I guess Condemned Bloodshot as well. How the spawning is random. You never know when more enemies are going to come out. So then you start hearing them talking to themselves. You're like, what? Didn't I just kill everybody in this area? And yeah, you know, it's a game where you're like, okay, what now? Especially the first game. Yeah, he saw the clip. Yeah, that was not fun. I had to back out of that game 3 times. And I showed that to my girl. I showed that clip to her. She was like, no, that can't be your loudest scream. I'm like, I've never screamed louder in my life. Look at the body. Yeah, I look down and I'm like, holy shit, he's tall as fuck. Yeah, and so the hardest thing about that game is that I had to play it with mouse and keyboard. Some of you guys know I prefer... Hold on. I prefer controllers. I prefer controllers all day, every day. And when you play with mouse and keyboard, it's almost like you're there. Mostly when you're using the mouse. Because it's moving about as fast as your natural reflexes are. That's why I looked down, I looked up, just because that's kind of what I would do in real life. Replay that game. Replay that game. The screen can be louder. This is a just vibing stream. So, hold on. I will not play through the entire game, but depending on how big the game is. if it could be downloaded within like the next 5 minutes or so, I will play a little bit of it. But I'm not going through the whole game again. When was the last time I played this? Last time I played this, September 23rd, 2021. That was when that clip was made. Oh, fuck me. It's only 1 gigabyte. That means it's going to download in a few seconds. However, though, be forewarned, I do have a typewriter keyboard. I am using a typewriter keyboard, so every movement I make, you guys are going to hear, like will not be staying for the game. Okay, good. Good, okay. I can maybe play it another time then. Good. Because I was like, fuck, I do not want to play this. Yeah, Gabe is saying we need a replay of that game. Got me tripping. Yeah, screw that. Because that game, VR horror is next level. Yes. Yes, it is. Scariest game I'd ever played was on the PlayStation VR. I streamed it too. It was when I used to stream on Twitch solo, like by itself for a little while. And I played Paranormal Activity. Here's the thing. I had my own unique type of experience with it. So, the example with that. I have my character walking in this house and I'm hearing something scratching. I have always assumed VR games to do the scripted events that, you know, the things that have to happen when your character moves closer to it. So I'm hearing that and I'm close to a corner. Instead of moving my character, what I'm doing, like I'm peeking around the corners. And I see some, you know, ghost zombie looking girl, you know, scratching at this door. I was like, okay. So, you know, when I move my character around the corner, I'll know what's around there. You know, I got a head start on that. And instead, she recognized me looking around the corner, and she turns over and just starts slowly walking. I'm like, oh shit. So I kind of move a little closer so I can see if maybe she heard me and was just maybe slowly heading over to see if somebody was there. I walk my character around the corner and she's booking it. She's booking it right at me. And I'm trying to run. I'm like, go. My dude's walking really slow. I'm like, holy shit. I'm running the other way down this hallway. And I'm checking the doors as I'm passing by. They're all locked. And I just hear the footsteps getting faster and faster and faster. I'm like, son of a bitch, she's right behind me. And eventually the door at the end of the hall opens up. But I was like, dude, like, that was one thing where I had to do what Shorty says at the end of Scary Movie. Like, don't look back. Don't fall down. I had to do all of that. Oh, drink up, Scav. Okay. I saw that. Alright, this is going to be hard. Yes, don't look back. Don't fall down. Hey, y'all, snatch and run! Snatch and run, y'all! Yes, that's always a great movie. And from my understanding, supposedly, supposedly, they are making a new White Chicks movie. A few things about that. The only evidence that I kind of have about that is that the two girls that were sort of like the bullies, the antagonists of the first movie, went onto a late night show and redid the dance that they do in the club in the movie. I didn't think much of it. Until I started seeing reports that they are most likely starting to work on a sequel. And I'm like, holy shit, like I'm connecting dots. I'm like I'm doing like not CIS, the detective shows and all that, you know, I'm putting dots together. I'm like, holy shit, I wonder if maybe they really are making a part 2. There's not a bad reason for them to make a part 2. You're ready to stretch? Okay. I gotcha. But yes, you know, like I said, supposedly they are making a part 2. It's weird to like stretch, like just stretching. Usually I just crack my back. When you're doing the Lord's work is when I play my back dies from not walking around. Yeah, I mean, I do have like the point redeems, but I don't think I have too many fancy ones right now. But you have the drink up, stretch, sit up straight, ban an in-game action, kill myself in whatever game I'm playing, make a character in Mortal Kombat, Armageddon, call split bow, crash my game, and then show my face. So, yeah. Yeah, it's like a reward system, you know. If you watch my streams, you'll earn currency, you know. It's a thing that happens when you become an affiliate. I was scared for part 2 because a lot of the comedy shows these days are so sensitive. I know. Like, oh my god. You misidentified my gender? You know, stuff like that. I'm old school, though. I'm like, you're a bitch. You're a hoe. Wait for it. You're retarded. That's right, I said it. Sue me. I'm old school. I don't have that filter, but I'll also know when I'm like, okay, I did take it too far. To me, no. Gender neutral names. What do you mean by that exactly? I'm thinking of like the name like Tony, you know. You have women named Tony, but then you have like Tony Hawk, you know. Oh, like dissing names. Yeah, I'm down. Seth MacFarlane's new Naked Gun remake is not sensitive. It's funny as fuck from the trailer. Interesting, okay. And he said bitch and hoe. Oh yeah, like those are for everybody. But I mean, what insults are not for everybody? Like, I'm not saying the hard R or anything. But yeah, bitch and hoe, you know. I just use gender neutral names, bitch and hoe. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I mean, it's usually what my friends and I will call each other. Probably honestly, we probably call each other those more than our actual names, in all honesty. We're like, yo, what up, bitch? What up, hoe? Like, it's just how it is. Like, bitch and hoe is probably like the new bro and dude. Cuck and simps, yeah. Yeah, I guess I could see that. Cuck is crazy. It's such a funny sounding word. Simp, simp kind of like, it's straight to the point. It's like the C word for women. Where it's kind of just like, it's a really blunt word. Where it's like, there wasn't much creation in it. What does it stand for, actually? I just realized that. Does it stand for anything? Like, I know what it is. But, like, is it, like, for simplistic? Like, is it short for anything? Because a lot of new words are, like, just somewhat longer words that require an extra syllable that this generation is just getting rid of that second syllable. I'm just like, oh, these lazy bastards. These lazy bastardos. Stands for a simple guy that will go after anyone. I mean, for me, that would just not, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, but it would be considered like me being a simple bitch. It's not that I'm going after anyone out there, but it's the fact that I'm a simple bitch. It doesn't take a lot to get me to be like, that's cool. I'm a simple bitch that if you show me a cool looking rock, I will be like, dude, that is an awesome ass rock. Where did you find that? It is so round. Like, I will, like, you know, something like that. Similar to like a desperate guy. Okay, I guess that makes more sense. So then, see, why don't the kids call that like a, I don't know, a des? A des, you know, like desperate, you know. I feel like that's the kind of stuff this generation is doing. Because, you know, why not? Why not? At least that kind of makes sense. I don't get it. I don't get it. But, you know what I do get? Because it is 10:30, I could be streaming for a lot longer, but we are at my 2-hour mark, and maybe I should just call it. Even though I don't have any reason to wake up early, I could stream a lot longer if I want to. But I don't know. Maybe I could just chill for the rest of the night, let you guys chill for the rest of the night, because it's Friday. We are all relaxing, right? So maybe I'll go ahead and call this for the night. It was actually really cool just to do more of a just chatting stream. It was really cool. But yeah, I think for now, I will go ahead and call it there, you guys. Maybe tomorrow I will. You're gonna make meatloaf soon. Hell yeah, Scav. Yeah, I think I'll go ahead and call that for tonight. But yeah, you guys enjoy your guys' Friday night evening, or Scav's fucking Saturday evening for where you live. But yes, take it easy, guys. Hope you have a good night. Thank you for hanging out, and I hope to catch you guys in the next stream. See you later.